You want to hear something ironic? Is that I injured myself today at the gym. Where is it? Oh, there. I cut myself. I know, not the end of the world. I don't need to go to the emergency room or nothing. Okay, thanks for your concern. But there was a attachment and the plastic was all okay, and I was using it fine and I've used it before. I'm just careful not to touch the parts, okay? So I grabbed it and I guess my hand just went too fast and it went. I was like, oh, that hurt. And then I saw the blood. I'm like, oh, it's bleeding now. Okay. That's what we doing now. So I went to the front desk and I was like, yeah, that's really bleeding. It won't stop. He's like, it's because you're working out and your blood is really pumping. I'm like, oh, I'm a science major. I feel like I should have known that. That was embarrassing. But he helped me. He put a band-aid on me, slapped me on the back. Hello, and thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Shay, and if you're new to this channel, which you probably are, I make workout videos, nutrition, sweating up in the gym. I like to do little vlogs in the gym, and I like to do story times like this video today. So this video today is for all my clumsy girls just like me. We get injured in the gym. I thought I would take this time today to make a video about how I got injured and what I learned from it. They're pretty amusing stories and I post a little bit on my Snapchat and people love them, so I figured why not make a whole video out of it. Before we get started, I'd like you to hit that like button down there for this big old teddy bear. He's my best friend. And just subscribe, because it's all good here. We all telling stories. You want to see more of this pretty face, subscribe with the bell notification so you always get notified first when I post a video. So my very first story, so the hip abduction machine where you open your legs like this or you close your legs like this? Yeah. Somebody said that you could do it backwards, so facing the machine, and then you'd open your legs outwards like this. I'm gonna put a clip right here about what I'm talking about if you are confused. Okay, so if you're like me, you're trying to build a booty, you will explore many avenues of how to build a booty. Target different muscles, different exercises, different machines. So I've always used this machine, so I figured, hey, why not target some different muscles, So silly Shay thinks that I normally do this really heavy, so I figured I can do this one pretty heavy. It's just backwards. Psh, big deal. I was wrong. So pretty much I set my little weight and then I get on backwards and I am feeling hype because I'm about to do this exercise for the first time and I want to kill it. So I sit down, open my legs, and I instantly feel this pop. Like, I don't know if I was in shock and I heard the pop and I felt it as well, but I definitely felt something pulling. Have you ever tried to do a split and your legs don't go the way it's supposed to? I don't know how to explain it, but just that muscle just felt like oh no, I broke my vagina. Obviously, I was not going to continue this exercise because I heard it and I felt it. So I was like, okay, that's enough for me. That's enough. So I get off immediately and I'm like, oh, I'm going to feel this tomorrow. So I go and I'm rolling, I'm stretching and everything. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm not in pain tomorrow. I didn't feel any immediate pain, which was a good thing, but I heard the sound. So I'm like, okay, either this is delayed or God's just playing with me. He's teaching me a lesson. So I get home, shower, everything, and I go to sleep. Now, I wake up in the middle of the night in excruciating pain, okay? This is bad pain. I'm talking about I'm crying. It was really bad. And the only thing that really helped was kind of massaging the area, but I'm half asleep, so I'm half asleep massaging it, So I go and I pop a painkiller, and I had to wait at least an hour for it to kick in, and only then I could actually fall asleep. The next morning I wake up and I'm just in pain. I can't even put pressure on my leg. I can't even walk. I'm limping and it was just really bad. So I pop another painkiller and thank God where I work I'm sitting. So I didn't have to put a lot of pressure on it, but every time I went to get up, I could feel that stinging pain. That was probably one of the worst injuries I've had. That definitely took me out of the game for a while just because I was used to going to the gym like every single day. Stubborn me, I need to stop going to the gym to let my legs heal. You use your legs all the time. So for me, it was very difficult to just not use them. I'm a busybody, so like I like to go. So it was hard for me to just sit down and just relax and just let the muscles rebuild. Finally, when I felt like it was healing, I would go to the gym, and it seemed like the injury was being re-injured because I would feel soreness and pain in that same area, and it wouldn't go away no matter how much I rolled it, no matter how much I stretched. It was just constant. It got to the point where I could just be sitting still and I would just feel this pulling in my leg. It would just feel uncomfortable. It feel like I have a leg cramp that I couldn't stretch out. So what I learned from that injury was that I always need to stretch. Okay, proper stretching is key. I will post a video of my stretching routine right up here, and it just helps the muscles loosen up, especially your hamstrings, because that is very vulnerable. It's a very long muscle in your body, and just stretching really helps you avoid injury. I feel like if I had stretched that muscle, I wouldn't have been as tense, and when I went time to do the abduction, it wouldn't have been as such a shock to the muscle. Another thing is that when you're trying new exercises or new machines, make sure you start light. Don't go straight to heavy thinking that you can do it. Start off light and then increase your weight as you adjust to it. The second time that I got injured was doing the same exercise. Like, I didn't learn, okay? And I thought, okay, I've healed myself, which took about a couple months. So now Shayy goes to the gym and she wants to try the hip abduction machine backwards again. Jesus is looking at me like, you ain't learned, girl? I did not learn. So I go to do the machine and I see that the machine is facing another machine and there's somebody working out, okay? He's doing the chest press. The first thing going through my head automatically was the fact that he's working out and he's looking directly at me. I'm trying something new. I feel like I should wait till he's done, okay? But no, Shayy had to be stubborn, rush herself, so she's like, you know what, no, I'm not gonna let these people intimidate me. I'm gonna do this on my own time. Child. So I get on the machine, okay, and I could see him, and I'm just looking at him and I'm like, okay, I can do this. Okay, I'm calm, I'm sweating. I guess I put the weight too light for my body weight, I guess. And this was because I learned from the previous time that I need to start off light. So I get on the machine and I didn't realize that it would swing more than I could handle, and it just opens up and I just fall back. When I fell back, I guess I just grabbed onto anything as an instinct, and I grabbed onto, I guess, the machine, and I just grabbed it wrong, okay? And I felt this pain, but it wasn't that big. Maybe I just hit my hand on it or something, you know? And this, I'm not even joking with you, this was his reaction. And he didn't even stop his exercise. He didn't even ask me if I was okay. He kind of just looked at me like, but like, it's okay. Because I think I just looked at him and I was so embarrassed, and I looked at him, I'm like, I am a failure. I am so sorry. I do not even have an explanation for what you just saw there, but if you could just put it in the back of your mind and just forget you ever saw me. So like, I like ran out the gym and I'm like, okay, I can't do this no more. Shayy not trying no more new machines. Honestly, I think if I saw that guy in the gym again, I'd be so embarrassed. I didn't feel any like pain afterwards when I went home from the gym, nothing like that. It was only, I think, a couple of days later, I just felt soreness, like right in my joint, like right there. And it just felt like you had to crack your hand. Like, you know, when you crack your hand, you feel like that sensation, it kind of relieves the pressure. It just felt like there was pressure there. So a couple times a day, I would just have to massage my finger and everything. And it just felt like pain from hitting it on the machine. But week 1 went by, week 2 went by, week 3 went by. I'm like, this is definitely more than just a sore muscle. So my mom's a nurse, so I asked her, I'm like, could you please just look at my hand, please? Because it's really hurting, you know? So she started massaging. I remember looking at my hands and I'm thinking, one of these knuckles feels bigger than the other, you know? So I'm like telling her, like, touch this hand and touch this hand. Does it feel the same? She's like, no, this one feels a little bit bigger. I'm like, okay. So as she's massaging it, She's just massaging it, you know. And then I guess I went to turn and she pulled it, and all you hear is like you hear this loud ass pop. I'm like, what was that? And it was literally my finger popped out of place, and it was out of place for 3 weeks. 3. Girl, I was walking around with a popped finger. I was, and the thing was, I was going to the gym normally. I was doing my lat pull downs. I was doing every damn machine. It did not bother me. It was only when I stopped moving or something, and I would just feel the pressure, you know? That was weird. The minute it popped, the pain just went. I just felt, oh. And my third, oh, there's hair. Oh, my bad. My third injury was I was going to the gym, and it was a heavy leg day for me, and I was doing resistance bands, I was doing the Smith machine booty work, and I was doing dumbbells, and I was doing everything. This was normal for me, so nothing out of the ordinary. I do a heavy leg day. During my workout, I feel like one leg was more sore than the other. And this is normal because sometimes you favor one leg, or maybe you work out one leg more than the other. Then you just have to focus on the other leg. So it was fine. So I focused on the other leg. But throughout the workout, I'm feeling like really sore. So I was like, okay. So I go and I roll my legs out. I get home and I'm fine. You know, shower, everything, and I'm fine. 2 whole days later, okay, I wake up and I just feel sore. Like I can't even put pressure on my right leg, and I can't stand. Anytime I flex it a certain way, I'd feel this really sharp stinging pain. So I was like, what's going on here? Like 2 days soreness? Like the day before I did back. So I was so confused, like why is my butt sore? And I Googled it, and it literally said it was something called delayed onset muscle soreness. If you're like me, like I've never heard of this before, but apparently it's when your muscles get really overworked and you don't feel the soreness until later. It can go up to 3 days later. So it was really weird, because you would think that if I felt sore that day and I injured it that day, that I would have felt it that night. But no, God had plans for me. He was like, Shay, you looking a little too good. Let's just mess them plans up, okay? I'm limping around, okay? And because of my first injury that I had, I already had my brace. So I'm here looking like a cripple at work. I come into work, everybody like, what happened now? What happened now? Because they knew my first injury, and all of a sudden now I'm back with a second injury. So they're like, what did you do now? If I just sat on the hip abduction machine and used it normally, it would have done the same workout. But I had to go and be extra because I saw someone in a video doing it. Why? But those were my gym injuries. So I need you guys to comment below, right down here, and tell me what your gym injuries are. Have you seen someone using machine improperly and they got injured? Or maybe you know someone who had a bad injury? Let me know, because I cannot be the only one, okay? This is part of the learning process. You're gonna go through your journey and you are going to hurt yourself eventually. But how you move on from hurting yourself is gonna say a lot about you, okay? If you keep doing the same things like I did, okay, that's bad. You need to take what you did and what you hurt yourself doing and turn it into a positive, okay? I busted my ass twice, but I ain't gonna bust my ass no more. You know why? Because I stretch now for more than 15 minutes at least. I roll myself every time I finish my workout, and I just do exercises that I know I can do. And if I'm trying something new, I'm gonna start off with a low weight and I will increase it. So if you like these story times, can you just hit that like button? It is free. It maybe takes 5 calories to click that button, okay? So you want to burn some calories, right? So hit that button so I know you like this video, and just subscribe so you always see my videos. Who would not want to see this? I had a lot of fun telling this, so thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.